49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, the league races are underway and we have the big game highlights. We'll see the clash between rivals Foothill and Amador Valley, and Christopher takes on Santa Teresa, plus the cross-section showdown with Los Gatos and Pittsburgh.
We have great volleyball action with Freedom and Heritage, water polo with Menlo and St. Francis, and the story of the big man on campus. We will meet Valley Christian top recruit Champ Taulea Leia. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Hello everyone, welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I am Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in the West Catholic League for the second week of league play. Two San Francisco teams meet this week after winning their first league games. St. Ignatius won a thrilling 1-point game against Sarah with senior running back Jarius Hogan running for 120 yards a game.
Reardon scored 63 points in its opening week win. Junior quarterback Michael Mitchell Jr. throwing for 276 yards and 3 touchdowns. A West Catholic League showdown played at St. Ignatius on Friday.
Former NFL coach Gil Haskell in attendance for the Gil Haskell game between Reardon and St. Ignatius. The Crusaders were on fire early, give the rock to Adonai Brown, who fights his way in for the first points of the game, 7-0 Reardon. Then later in the quarter, Michael Mitchell Jr. airs it out deep to Judge Nash, and Judge is gone! All rise, here comes the judge! 14-0 Crusaders after 1. Second quarter now, and Mitchell heaves it deep in the end zone for Sinai Thomas, who hauls it in for the TD. 21-0 Reardon. But the Wildcats begin the comeback from there. Audrin Kenny drills a 33-yard field goal through the uprights. 21-3 Reardon at the half. Third quarter now, and Soren Hummel fires and hits Ty Hicks, who makes the catch and scampers in for the score. It's 21-10 Crusaders. Then later in the quarter, toss it to Jarius Hogan, and Jarius is in for the touchdown. PAT good, and it's 21-17 Reardon. The Wildcats just firing in all cylinders now. Hummel scrambles and throws on the run to Quinn Folk, and Quinn turns on the Jets! 61 yards to the promised land as St. Ignatius rallies back to take a 24-21 lead after 3 quarters. Then in the fourth quarter, Steve Malone gets the rock, avoids a couple defenders, and Steve is gone! 56 yards to the house! Can you believe it? The Wildcats scored 31 unanswered points to take a 31-21 lead. But Reardon answers back. Mitchell finds Thomas in the end zone again to cut the deficit to 3. The Cats looking to ice the game late, and it's Jarius Hogan getting the toughest first down of the game as the comeback Cats pull off another stunner in San Francisco to win the Gil Haskell Trophy. Soren Hummel leading the rally with 2 passing touchdowns.
Here come the Piedmont Highlanders as they take on Doherty Valley Friday night. The Highlanders on the board in the first. Give it to Thomas Ashton, who sheds a tackle and sprints into the end zone for the first points of the game. It is 7-0 Piedmont. We are still in the first. Marcos Lagios takes the snap, looks for a receiver, then Marcos decides his best bet is to keep it himself all the way to the end zone. Marcos, also a star baseball player. The PAT is good. It's 14-0 Piedmont after 1. Second quarter now, and Lagios fakes the handoff and connects with Jack Mayhes, who makes the catch, gets a block from Dashworthen, and Jack will scamper in for the score. 21-0 Highlanders. Piedmont looking for more before halftime, but the Doherty Valley defense gets a stop as Aiden Parker picks off the pass. It is still 21-0 Highlanders at halftime. Piedmont just firing on all cylinders in the second half. Lagios hits Sam Shelby on the screen pass, and Shelby turns on the Jets 65 yards to the promised land, and the Piedmont Highlanders cruise to a big win over Doherty Valley to go to 4-1 on the season. Marcos Lagios with 5 touchdowns for the Highlanders.
Big league matchup between Los Gatos and Palo Alto, and this was a good one. Pali in front early. Look at Sophie Mize and Mara Hambley doing great work to keep it alive, and then Naama Green puts it away for the Pali point. Later in the first, Cats freshman Kaylin Thomas with a diving dig to Maya Walker, to Mia Halsey, who had a monster match for the Cats, but Pali will take a tight first set. Sophie Mize to Mackenzie Zhao, who bumps to Mara Hambley, and Mara is an outstanding sophomore for the Vikings. who take the first. The Cats scratch back in the second. Thomas to Walker to Nicole Steiner, who will play basketball at Fullerton State next season. Later in the second, Thomas to Walker, this time passing to Portia Zeidler, the Notre Dame-bound senior with a big swing, and the Cats take the second. A tight third as Zeidler gets way up for the block to give the Cats the lead. Pally battles back. Reese Japik to Mize to a sliding Naama Green. That's how you do it, ladies. Vikes up 22-21. But the Cats come back and take the third. Britt Malinauskas to Walker, a terrific set deep to Halsey, who takes the angle, and the Cats take a 2-1 lead. Pally dominates the fourth. Mize sets Hambly, and this sophomore is impressive. Later in the fourth, another sophomore, Anja Covert, with a strong block, and we're tied at 2 sets apiece. We go to the fifth and final set. Cece DeFeo to Mize over to Hambly, who tips it just over the block for a 2-point Pally lead. But the Cats come back and take the match. Thomas to Walker, deep to Steiner with a massive blast as Los Gatos wins a tight, thrilling 5-set match. Halsey and Steiner leading the way. The two teams now tied for first place.
All smiles for some flag football as Foothill takes on Granada. The Falcons get on the board early. Bree Olson rolls to her right, airs it out, and connects with Claire Young for a Falcons touchdown. The try is no good, 6-0 Falcons. The Matadors answer back. Katie Vale, looking for options, takes a shot to the end zone and finds Marin Lenica for one of her 2 touchdowns in the ballgame. Both teams were lighting it up on the scoreboard. Foothill looking for the lead, but the pass gets tipped, and Scarlett Messingale intercepts the pass and takes it back for a pick 6. It's 19-12 Matadors. Last play of the first half. Foothill needs to get crafty, and they sure do. Olsen pitches it to Ella Kerr, who goes deep, and Young hauls in another touchdown. The try was no good. 19-18 Matadors at the half. If you like offense, this game is for you. Second half, Val with all sorts of time, and the southpaw slings it over the Caitlin Nguyen Schertzer, who makes a great catch for a Matadors touchdown. 25-18 Granada. Foothill trailing 33-26. Olsen on a 5-step drop throws a beautiful ball to Jessica Gadd for a Foothill touchdown. It's 33-32 Granada. But Foothill looks to go for 2. Here we go for the ball game. But the 2-point try is no good as Marin Lenica makes a great play on the ball to seal the deal. Granada takes the dub in Livermore. 33-32 was the final.
Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Gary Rikus Players of the Week Award.
Remember to vote for the Player of the Week on our YouTube membership page. The Players of the Week are featured in a rap performed by our friends at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Yeah, Rikus Center, 49ers, Cal High. Your Gary Rikus Players of the Week. Taking snaps at running back, Adler Halterman. His recent performance was flat out unfaltering. He set a school record for Half Moon Bay. With 7 touchdowns, he had an afternoon stay in the end zone. Rushing for 323, making defenders look juvenile, 400 degrees. A high scoring affair in the win for the Cougars, 52-45 with Adler scoring maneuvers. While fans chant loudly, teammates say proudly. They're glad to be playing alongside Grace Gowdy, the top-ranked team, so a lot of familiar. Gowdy's game is sky high like Sagrada Familia. 21 kills to lead all of St. Francis, turning Sadie Nation's players into break dances. Had 7 digs, she had a supreme day as the Lancers remain unbeaten in league play. That's right, Bennett Roth, T-Money on the beat. 49ers Cal High, Rikus Center. Your Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award every week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Tristan Tia from Amador Valley. Tristan, awesome in the classroom with a 3.8 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. In celebration of their annual Spirit Week, upper school students assembled into a massive parade that marched to Davis Field for the start of this year's Tug of War contest. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
U.S. Bank brings us the Football Coach of the Week Award every week.
Here's the 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk with this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk, here to announce this week's 49ers Prep, presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. This week's award goes to St. Mary's head coach Casey Marino. The Panthers improved to 3-1 with a 20-8 win over the Kennedy Titans. Wyatt Swanson led the offense, rushing for 177 yards on 18 carries and scoring all 3 touchdowns. The defense shut out Kennedy in the second half, securing the victory. Coach Marino will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation for his accomplishments. Congratulations on winning this week's 49ers Prep, presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week.
Coming up, two of the Bay Area's very best squaring off. It's Los Gatos in Pittsburgh in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
And 4-0 Del Mar takes on Prospect next.
At U.S. Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones, but we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits.
Mind if I just grab the one?
With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here, because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
I think our air conditioner is broken.
I'll get my tools.
Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Is it working?
Relief is just a call away. Service Champions has been proven to effectively combat the symptoms of fixititis syndrome. Side effects may include delusions of grandeur and a comfortable home. Service Champions is now offering $58 air conditioning tune-ups. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Always remain true. It's getting sucked in the mouth. You can't handle that. Bring the fight to them today. Be pissed off about it. The most physical team gonna win this game today.
McCaffrey scores! 49ers in front!
Secure your seats at 49ers.com/tickets.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Valley Christian Schools, supporting your quest for excellence. And by the California Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you.
Two of our top 10 teams meeting in Pittsburgh this week. The Pirates coming into this game with a 3-1 record.
The Los Gatos Wildcats are a perfect 4-0 and looking to taste some cookies after this one. Tyler Flipson has the highlights in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
A hot matchup on a hot night and some hot cookies waiting for one team tonight. 3-1 Pittsburgh looks to hand Los Gatos their first loss of the season tonight, coming into the game at 4-0. If the Pirates are going to get it done, it's with senior running back Jamar Searcy, lethal on the ground, averaging 141 rushing yards per game and 7 touchdowns through 4 games. The Cats have a lethal weapon of their own, except it's through the air. It's wide receiver Max Thomas. The junior seems to make a quarterback's life easy, averaging nearly 80 yards receiving per game. I'll tell you what, folks, if this game is as quality as the tri-tip sandwiches here in Pitt, we're in for a good one. It's our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
The legendary Pittsburgh Marching Band getting us ready to rumble, and rumble we do. Los Gatos defense proves stout early and often. Jake Gerber and Zach Odopel all over that swing route, stalling the Pirates' drive. Cats put together a strong drive. Grayson Doslak running defenders over, juking left and right for a big-time pickup. It is fumbled, but Los Gatos maintains possession that would lead to a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Cats lead 7-0. Los Gatos marches down the field yet again into the second quarter, and Gerber drills the 27-yarder. It's 10-0 Cats with 5 minutes to go before the half. But Pitt rallies right before the half. Marley Alcantara gives to Jamar Searcy up the middle and stretching across the goal line, touchdown. Pirates trail by 3 with just seconds to go before the half. LG looking for one more, but Pittsburgh Truly Bell intercepts it out of nowhere and adding some yardage, setting up his offense into plus territory. Alcantara says, "I got you, Truly." He connects with Searcy, and the senior trucking through tacklers, 1, 2, more of them, and barreling into the end zone. The Pirates take the lead 14-10 into the half. Pitt looking to bring their momentum into the second half, but Wildcats Henry Masters with a textbook punch out, and LG falls on it, getting the ball deep in Pirate territory. LG capitalizes on the turnover. Callum Schweitzer dumps it to Bo Musser on the wide receiver tunnel screen, and you can kiss that junior goodbye. 37 yards to the house and take the lead right back 17-14. But Pitt will answer. Alcantara flashes the play action and drops an absolute dime to RJ Mosley like it's too easy. With 4 minutes left in the third, Pitt leads 21-17. Start of the fourth now, and in case that last Mosley tutty wasn't enough for you, Alcantara and Mosley connect again, extending the Pirate lead to 10. LG not quitting though, marching down the field, and Gerber nails a 34-yard field goal, cutting the deficit to just a 1-score game. but Pitt puts the nail in the coffin. Alcantara showing off the arm string, putting this one on a rope to Makari Kenyon for the score. What a game. Pittsburgh handing Los Gatos their first loss of the season. Here's Alcantara after the game.
And I can't thank nothing but my O-line. You know, they were protecting me. Big B right here, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they had my back and I had their back.
In Pittsburgh with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Tyler Flipson, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
Off to San Jose now as Prospect takes on Del Mar. The Dons pounding the rock early, give it to Jake Schwoop, who makes a couple defenders miss and takes it all the way to the 30-yard line for the first down. Then a few plays later, Davey Hernandez connects with Adam Tukakovic, and Adam will do the rest as he scampers into the end zone for the first points of the game. 7-0 Del Mar Dons after one. Second quarter now, and Hernandez hits Jake Schwoop on the screen pass, and Jake turns on the Jets. 55 yards to the house as the Del Mar Dons take a 14-0 lead. Del Mar looking for more later in the quarter, but the Prospect defense get a big stop as Alex Cordero picks off the pass and puts the Panthers in great field position. Then a few plays later, Cody Roberts takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and Cody is gone! 31 yards to the promised land. PAT no good, and it's 14-6 Del Mar at halftime. The Dons trying to add on in the second half, but the pass is picked off again, this time by George Bulishev. Prospect with the chance to tie the game late, but Diego Lopez Chavez and Brandon Alexis get home for the sack as Del Mar hangs on to win it 14-6 to improve to 5-0 in the season behind the big night from Jake Schwoop.
All pink at Heritage as the Patriots host the Freedom Falcons in a fight for first in the Bay Valley League. Falcons lead in the first. Gabriela Garcia bumps to Angela Delos Reyes, who sets for Samantha Ochoa. Sam with a bam to get the kill. Later on, Neely Coltiverio bumps to Delos Reyes. Angela sets for Ochoa, who comes up with another clutch kill. Falcons take the first set 25-14 into the second. Hope Hess dives to save the point. Alina Buchanan-Cook sets to the St. Mary's commit Gracie Armada, who fakes out the defense, and that'll do the job to make it 9-6 Pats. Close later in the second. Now let's reverse that. Buchanan-Cook digs. Hess sets for Armado, who sends it this time for the kill. Heritage takes a set 26-24. Late in the third, it's 23-21 Freedom. Ochoa digs, Delos Reyes sets, and Jelaya Morales goes up for it and secures the point to make it set point. Cutiverio with the dig, Delos Reyes with the set, and Murray Alice was so nice. She ran it twice and this time wins the set for the Falcons. It's 2-1. Freedom up 13-8 in the fourth. Garcia bumps to Ochoa, who sets for Madison Perry, who had a great game. Perry gets the kill to expand the Falcon lead. Then it's Ochoa with the bump, Cutiverio with the set, and Perry goes up for the blast. Bam! The Freedom Falcons defeat Heritage on the road behind Madison's 22 kills and improve to first place in league.
Service Champions back again this year with the Student Spotlight. Service Champions honoring students who do great work around campus.
This week we spotlight Taggart Severson from Willow Glen High School. Taggart is a member of the Link Crew and Leadership. Taggart puts together posters and advertisements around campus for any upcoming events on campus. Taggart Severson is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
D-Line Constructors present the D-Line defensive play every week. This week's D-Line defensive play goes to Vince Vella from Half Moon Bay. Vince stripping the ball in the Cougars win last week. Vince Vella with this week's D-Line Constructors defensive play.
Delta Dental honors entire teams who do great work in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award. This week we honor the Lee Field Hockey team. The girls having another terrific season on the field and in the classroom with a 3.83 team GPA.
This season, all of our highlights are available for early viewing before the show airs through our YouTube membership. You get early access to all highlights, Player of the Week voting, and instant access to our new podcast, Covered Cal High, where Jake, Adrian, and Tyler dive into upcoming matchups and the biggest moments from last week. The membership also makes all of the video from games immediately available, so don't miss out. Coming up, the rivalry game in Pleasanton as Foothill takes on Amador Valley.
But first, here is our U.S. Bank Top 10 Volleyball Poll.
Party time!
From the beginning, Meriwest Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
MarrowWest worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, MarrowWest works for me.
MarrowWest works for me wherever adventure takes us.
MarrowWest Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We are Christopher High, and you are watching 49er Cal Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Both Foothill and Amador Valley playing their final non-league games before heading into divisional play next week.
What better way to wrap up the preseason than with the matchup with an arch rival? The two Pleasanton high schools meeting for bragging rights in the game played at Foothill Friday night. The second annual Pleasanton Rivalry Cup with Amador Valley and Foothill. Well, this rivalry's been going on a lot longer than that, but now they have official name and trophy. This is the Falcons' opening drive. Jason Knight drops back and launches it up the field to Michael O'Donohue, who hauls it in. Is that play of the week? That big O'Donohue catch leading to the game's first score. Dylan Souza gets the handoff and goes untouched into the house. It's 6-0 Foothill. Here comes Amador. This is the second play from scrimmage. Tristan Tia pump fakes and lets it fly. Ben Stout is unmanned. It's a clean catch and score for the Dons, and the 2-point conversion makes it 8-6. The Falcons looking to take back the lead facing fourth down. The Dons' Anthony Harrington with big-time coverage, and that is a turnover on downs. The stop leading to an Amador tutty. It's Ismael Duenas punching it in from 6 yards out, and the Dons go on to lead it 16-6 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Tia with plenty of time in the pocket before making his choice in receivers. Cade Robertson is the choice, and that is a great catch there for the touchdown. 36-6 Amador at the break. There wasn't any thunder and lightning in Pleasanton, but Tristan Tia was surely making it rain. McKay Kennitzer hauls it in, and this one was hardly ever in doubt. After the final buzzer, the Amador student section rushes enemy territory. Amador Valley wins the big rivalry game. Rivals Menlo and Sacred Heart Prep squaring off in San Bruno Wednesday afternoon in flag football, starting off with the night's opening drive. Ava Allen gets a snap, finds her center Tiergan Rowe up the middle. That's a Menlo touchdown, 6-0 Knights. And Menlo going for it again on the following drive, looking for an open receiver, but the Gators' Kate Hansen steps in front of the pass, and that is an interception for SHP. On that ensuing drive, the Sacred Heart Prep offense still on the hunt for their first down, but Bianca Putnek says, I don't think so. Bianca goes all the way, a pick six for the junior, and it puts Menlo up 12-0. It'd be a 20-0 game at the break. Third quarter, Allen gets the snap, fakes a pass to the left, rolls right. Ava escaping pressure, and I want you to take a look at this throw. It's an absolute dime to Sophie Hauser in the end zone for the touchdown. Allen, the 3-sport star in flag football, basketball, and baseball. Only a sophomore, she throws another touchdown pass here, this time to Sophia Longanitas. The Knights up by 32. But the Gators score on their final drive of the game. Riley Longaker takes the snap, launches the ball in the end zone where Ellie Shen hauls it in. The Gators avoid the shutout, but the Knights stay perfect on the season, moving to 11-0. Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Aubrey, this guy is the definition of big man on campus. Not only is he large in stature, but he's a role model for everyone at Valley Christian. Champ Taulealea is the definition of a big man on campus. The 6'4", 350-pound four-star lineman is easy to spot as he goes from class to class, maintaining his 3.5 GPA. Seeing Champ on campus as a freshman made his coach a happy guy.
Thank you. He was about 6'4", probably around 320 as a freshman, and could move. Was a mobile kid, so first thing I thought of was this guy could play up as a freshman.
From a young age, Champ knew football would be in his future, Champ was always just a bit bigger than everyone else. And yes, Champ is his given name.
That's my real name, my birth given name, yes, by my parents. And it's a funny story how it started. It's from my dad. His name's Lance, and he was gonna name me Lance Jr., but he was going with the Champ, and my mom was kind of shocked, so I guess I fit the name now.
Champ received lots of attention from colleges going through the Valley Christian program. He recently committed to play next season at the University of Washington. Champ is from Milpitas, where NFL defensive lineman Vita Vea went to school. Champ met Vea last year.
Up in Washington, when I went for the spring game, I ran into him at one of our hotels, and he kind of took a picture. My parents were freaking out, so were my brothers.
What was that like for you?
It was crazy. Like that man, that's Vita Vea, so it was definitely an experience to get to meet him. Big guy.
Vea also ran the ball at times in high school, so is there a chance Champ carries the ball?
I thought about it. It didn't last very long. When I started seeing that as of his sophomore year, he was going to be one of the top probably recruits in the country as a lineman. But Vita was on that line as well. Could he do it? If we get a situation where we need a yard and it means the whole season's on it, who knows?
Champ developed new skills at Valley Christian last year in art class. They call the big lineman the modern-day Picasso.
My freshman year at Mr. Richardson, and I came to Mrs. DeKeen last year, and every day I had a first period, and I looked at it more as a way to decompress and start my day. And it was definitely something I always look forward to doing, and I had fun in, so it's definitely what I like.
He's very talented. He definitely, like he said, he likes to do the little small things first, and so that was, by the end of the year, I would say he started out with great detail, but the whole picture would never get done. But then at the end of the year, it was amazing the progress he had.
Hard-hitting and aggressive on the football field, Champ is mild-mannered and steady when each play is done.
He is an unbelievable young man. Integrity, character, all the things that a parent would want, a school would want, a coach would want, a teacher would want, is in this package. That's Champ Taylor.
Yeah, Champ is he's definitely always been a natural leader. I actually played with Champ in youth ball, and he's always been a huge leader ever since we were little. He's definitely a very humble young man, and just been a pleasure to play with him.
Champ is excited about the Warriors season this year and playing at Washington next year. While he plays on both sides of the ball now, he'll concentrate on O-line in college. Champ is Samoan, which always means great family support. Looking forward to seeing Champ play next season in Washington, but right now the Warriors are doing really well.
The modern-day Picasso.
That's him.
Yeah, he does great work. Marist Credit Union brings us the Marist Merit Award. This award honors teachers all around the Bay Area.
Here's Julia McCauley from St. Joseph Notre Dame talking about her favorite teacher, Mark Ritter.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Ritter. He teaches art class. I love him so much because he's super chill and he knows a lot, and I really look up to his art. Like, I want to be like him when I grow up.
Coming up, Ignacio Valley takes on San Lorenzo.
And volleyball in San Jose as Westmont meets Pioneer. This is 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Applebee's Pick 6 with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
For over 65 years, Delta Dental has been at the forefront of progressive healthcare for all, offering high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral healthcare providers in the nation. At Delta Dental, we're committed to pushing the industry to transform modern healthcare so your family gets more moments that matter for generations to come. Schedule your oral health checkup today.
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
He's got nothing but the field in front of him. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
The The Ignacio Valley Wolves are having a fine season at 3-2. The Wolves featuring freshman quarterback Jalen Fayad, who's having a great season throwing and running the ball.
The Wolves hosting the 2-2 San Lorenzo Grizzlies this week.
Ignacio Valley and San Lorenzo playing a non-league matchup on Friday night. Ignacio with the 8-point lead early. The Wolves quarterback Jalen Fayad calls his own number. Jalen has hit hard as he crosses the goal line, but nothing can face QB1. 14-0 Ignacio Valley. Here is the ensuing kickoff. Matthew Hernandez is deep for the Grizzlies. He picks up the rock at the 5-yard line, and Matthew goes to work. Hernandez weaving in and out of traffic. A 78-yard kickoff return. Danny Castro ends up saving the touchdown here with a great tackle, and that would lead to San Lorenzo's first score of the game. Give the ball to Rene Ramirez, and Ramirez finds room on the outside, and he is in for 6. PAT no good, and it's 14-6 Ignacio Valley after 1. Second quarter now, and Fayad fakes the handoff, and it's a reverse! Danny Castro is the one with the ball. He bounces off a few players before he is home free. 35 yards to the promised land for Mr. Castro, and Ignacio Valley extends its lead. The Wolves on the attack again. Fayad fires and hits Mateen Ndish for another Ignacio Valley touchdown. A great grab right there. Ignacio Valley looking for the 2-point conversion. Fayad over to Romel Mariano. Say hello to the camera, Romel. Nice to see you too. 34-6 Ignacio Valley in the third. The Grizzlies looking to get back on the board. Eric Ferreira with the high pass to Makai Higgins. Higgins hauls it in for the score. MVP of this game goes to Jalen Fayad, the quarterback making plays on offense and defense. Jalen picks off the pass, and he is G-O-N-E gone! The freshman having the game of his life as Ignacio Valley wins big 42-19. Jalen Fayad with Player of the Week numbers.
Volleyball highlights from the Mount Hamilton division with Pioneer hosting Westmont. We have a tight start in this one. Kiana Liggs with the stuff there. A big block for the Warriors' go-to hitter. And it's Kiana following it up with this big swing, taking the set from Helen Ho and tooling it off the block. Warriors up 15-4. Yara Curry, the dig. Sabrina Carley feeds Mia Maraski, and that Maraski shot is too hot to handle. The Mustangs take the lead in the set on this big swing from Emily Firefell. Carly to Trinity McClintock to Miranda Prietal. Off the block, Pioneer wins the first set and goes on to take set 2. Prietal again with the monster swing. Miranda leading all scorers in this one. But this match is far from over. Westmont down 2-0. Liggs the dig. Audrey Jones with the long set over to Alicia Riddle, and that one falls just inside the baseline. Warriors up 23-16 in set 3. Melissa Pasick with the block, and we move ahead to set 4. Rucha Siobhan to Riddell, and Alicia was huge in this match for the Warriors. My favorite Kiana Liggs is back row Kiana Liggs. Westmont will go on to force a 5th set. 7-6 Pioneer in set 5. Maraski with the big defense. That one's not coming back, and we skip ahead to match point for the Mustangs. Curry serves it. Great dig from Liggs, and we have chaos at the net. It's a battle of the blockers before Firefell puts the point away. Phew, this one belongs to Pioneer. The Mustangs win in 5 to go to 6-1 on the year, on top of the Mount Hamilton division standings. Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
This week's volunteer is Ariv Dutta from Santa Teresa High School. Ariv founded an initiative in the Santa Teresa area driving elderly citizens with mobility issues around free of cost after seeing the lack of public transportation. Here's Ariv talking about why volunteering is so important.
Volunteering is important because it gives me the opportunity to give back to my community. I haven't been able to do so during COVID, and I felt like this was a good time to give back, especially because now that I'll be leaving for college, I felt like it's good to just give back to my community with the time I have left here.
Presentation High School, San Jose's all-girls high school, presents the Female Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Presentation High School Female Scholar Athlete is Mina Kasirajan from Carondelet. Mina, great on the volleyball court and in the classroom with a 4.2 GPA.
Brought to you by Presentation High School, where we believe in order for students to do well, they must first be well. Our students are engaged in meaningful learning experiences, challenged to grow, and supported by a caring community of faculty and staff. With a balance of academics, fun, and personal growth, Prez students thrive. Learn more or sign your middle schooler up today at presentationhs.com. Coming up, it's the Bruce Mahoney game in volleyball with St. Ignatius and Sacred Heart Cathedral.
And our first look at ice hockey as the Lancers take on Valley Christian. But first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Just like your coach, we'll be by your side helping improve your skills. Our learning specialists are here to help you develop skills to improve your executive functioning, like developing goals that are specific, measurable, and achievable, so important to academic success. Utilizing planners or digital calendars to organize and plan tasks in advance. Keeping track of the 3 Ds, when something is due, when you will do the task, and when you are done, to help with time management, task initiation, and task completion. Discover the power of personalized learning support at the Schwab Learning Center.
The Bruce Mahoney series now features a variety of sports being played to win the trophy.
Tonight, we feature the girls volleyball match with 2 of the top teams in the West Catholic League meeting at USF this week.
The St. Ignatius student section all fired up for the Bruce Mahoney game against Sacred Heart Cathedral. The Fighting Irish looking good early. Maddie Mullins digs it, Doris Chung sets it, and Evelyn Liu puts it away. The Wildcats keeping set 1 close. Neve Harlan to Hannah Arcilla to Sophia Lucas, and Sophia just obliterates this one into next week. But Sacred Heart Cathedral goes on to win set 1. Livy Tongan over to Callie Tongan, and Callie sets up Sophie Daters, and Sophie crushes this one as the Fighting Irish take it 25-20. On to set 2 now. Layla Simone Vasquez to Doris Chung to Hazel Nelson, and that one is not coming back. Then later in the set, the ball is popped up, and right there to finish off the kill is Sophie Daters as Sacred Heart Cathedral wins set 2, 25-19. But don't count the Wildcats just yet. Megan Lowe bumps it, Valerie Chu sets it, and Sophia Lucas smashes another one for the kill. Now it's Neve Harlan to Valerie Chu to Eileen Pfeiffer, who smacks it down with authority as St. Ignatius wins set 3, 25-17. Then in set 4, Lauren Nip bumps it, Arcilla sets it, and Carol Manu crushes it to the hardwood as the Cats take a 3-point lead. Sacred Heart Cathedral jumps ahead later in the set as Doris Chung sets up Evelyn Liu for the finish, but SI would go on to win set 4. Harlan to Chu to Korea Mickles, and Korea puts it away as the Wildcats take it 25-18 to 4 set 5. On to set 5 now. Arcilla to Lauren Nip to Carol Manu, and the senior gives the Wildcats a 3-point lead. Match point for the Cats now. Megan Lowe to Hannah Arcilla to Sophia Lucas, and Sophia puts it away as St. Ignatius comes from behind to win the Bruce Mahoney volleyball game in 5 thrilling sets.
It may be 100 degrees, but hockey season is underway as the Lancers take on Valley Christian. Tanner Fast breaks away in the first. No one to beat. Fast shoots and scores. Lancers on the board first. Later in the first, it's Stefan Franchek who gets the puck with open space. Stefan saw Tanner's shot and he said, I want one. He goes far side of the post and sneaks it above the glove. Goal Lancers. It's 2-0 to end the period. Start of the second, Wyatt Sharp to Jackson McNulty. McNulty finds Elias DeFreitas. Elias lets it fly from far out and scores! Valley Christian on the board. Lancers score again to make it 3-1 before Jonathan Heimlich steals the puck on the Lancer power play. Instead of clearing it, Jonathan turns on the burners and races down the ice, lays down some beautiful moves and finds the back of the net. That may be our play of the week. It's a 1-score game. Third period now. Daphne Gass passes ahead to Nathan Beckett at mid-ice. Nathan pops the puck up to get away from the defender and has a chance to tie the game, and he does from the face-off circle. It's a 3-3 game. Final minutes of regulation. Fast steals it away for a one-on-one for Tanner, who shoots and scores to take the lead and the game. As the Lancers open the season with a 4-3 win, who else could be our Sharks Ice player of the game besides Tanner Fast, who had 2 goals in this one?
Venardi Zurada is your faithful injury attorneys, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week we honor Dave Dove from Sacred Heart Prep. Dave does a great job helping as a coach with the football team, but Dave is very involved in helping young people all around the peninsula. Dave is a volunteer board member at the Rikus Center and a part of the center for 40 years. Dave Dove from Sacred Heart Prep, this week's Venardi Zurada hometown hero.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play every week. This is a play we thought brings the type of grit and determination brought to you by all of the good folks at Albany's Construction.
This week's Dirty Work play goes to Anthony Kamak from St. Mary's. The running back trying to find a hole in the line, but Anthony plugs it and gets the big hit. Anthony Kamak doing the dirty work, just like our good friends at Albany's Construction. Coming up, it's the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game with league rivals Christopher and Santa Teresa.
And later, it's Berkeley and San Leandro right here on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
There you go, drain it, drain it. Start.
Talk to your local recruiter or visit nationalguard.com.
We head to the Mount Hamilton League, where the Christopher Cougars won their league opener last week.
Santa Teresa had the week off and opens league play this week against Christopher. It's our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, so everybody gets chicken sandwiches after the game, including Robert, who is there.
Tonight's Mount Hamilton Division contest features two of the teams expecting to fight for league titles this season. The Christopher Cougars feature senior quarterback Jackson Robinson. Jackson throwing for 1,145 yards this season with 12 touchdowns. He is a good one. The Saints will come back at him with Brenton Gaetjes. Brenton averaging over 100 yards a game at the quarterback spot, but the Saints and their head coach Steve Pappen run a very balanced offense, so they'll run the ball quite a bit as well. The Saints and Cougars in this Mount Hamilton Division showdown. It is our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. Here come the Santa Teresa Saints before the home crowd, but Christopher stepping up big early as the Saints drive ends with this one picked off by Sal Quintero, and the Cougars take over. Here's that guy, Jackson Robinson, the 6'4 senior, with a pretty touch pass here into the awaiting arms of Evan Vernon, and Christopher has a 7-0 lead. More Cougar defense as Sal Quintero steps in front of this pass, and that's a Quintero pick six and a 14-0 Cougars lead. Second quarter now, and another picture-perfect pass from Robinson, this time to Matthew Bowles, 61 and 58-yard touchdown passes, and the Cougars have a 21-0 second quarter lead. The Saints looking to come back, but look out, it's big Aaron Davis Beckford, 6'4", 270 pounds. He is a load. Here's the kickoff to start the second half. Matthew Valdez grabs it at the 10, heads up the far sidelines, gets some blockers ahead of him, and Valdez is gone, outracing the final defender, and it's 28-0 Christopher Cougars. But Santa Teresa gets an explosive play here. Jalen Malcolm takes the pitch, shakes off a tackle, and Jalen is really fast. The 5'7 junior outracing everyone, 74 yards, and it's 28-7. Later in the third, Brenton Gaetjes firing over the middle and hitting Malcolm. Here he is again. Jalen for his second long touchdown of the quarter. It's a 31-14 Christopher lead. Fourth quarter, the Saints looking for more, but Aiden Swan picks it off, and the Cougars go to 2-0 in league play. A huge night for Jackson Robinson, the senior quarterback, who says his team is rolling.
I just carried it on from last week, a big win against Branham, and I just try to put points on every drive we get the ball, so I just take a deep breath on the sideline and just focus in the moment.
Here we go. Chick-fil-A on 3. 1, 2, 3. Chick-fil-A!
The St. Francis boys water polo team is having a great season so far. The boys talking about it with our Jake Vanderbrook at the Rikus Center this week.
And we are here at the Rikus Center for Human Enhancement, where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the boys water polo team from St. Francis High School. Make some noise! Yeah, I love the energy. So we're going to start off with Finn Swanson. So, this team is off to a great start. You guys are now diving in the league play. You guys have won 8 of your last 9 matches. What's been clicking thus far?
It really just starts at practice. Everyone's been putting in a lot of work. We've all been pushing each other. Every practice has been intense, and that's really what's just helping us in games. So when it comes game time, we're ready and prepared.
Yeah, and the Lancers right now are 2-1 entering the week on league play. So I'm making my way over to Chase Krupitzer now, a big asset to this team. So Chase, just talk about the team chemistry and what you do to keep each other in check come game day.
I think it's really good because we're all great friends outside of the pool. Everybody really likes each other. We all like hanging out and seeing each other throughout school. Everyone says hey. Everyone wants to be really good friends. I think that close knit really helps us inside and outside the pool.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. And finally, I'm going to make my way over to Cooper Abbott. So, Cooper, you guys are going up against a Menlo squad that's in the middle of the pack with you guys. A big league game come Wednesday. What's the one thing that stands out the most from Menlo?
I think the biggest thing is that we know who they are and they know who we are. A lot of us play club together, so we know familiar faces and stuff like that. So it's just going to be a question on who's ready on game day.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. A big WCAL showdown between St. Francis and Menlo. Highlights of that coming up next. But first, take us out with a break.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team!
And here they are, the Lancers getting set to battle Menlo. The Knights score the first 2 goals of the game, which includes this goal by Hunter Coleman. Nicely done. Then the Lancers respond. Chase Krupitzer wearing the 4 cap, and here's one of his 4 goals in the first quarter. 5-4 Menlo after 1. Lancers look to even the score in the second. Dump it to Cooper Abbott, and Cooper sneaks this shot behind the cage. Here's Hunter Coleman, this time taking the penalty shot, and Hunter shoots and scores. 7-6 Knights at the half. Moving on to the third frame. Good feed inside the Darius Sayer, and Darius gets into the action with this goal. Back and forth we go. Alex Stoffel finds Lincoln Bott, and Lincoln fires one into the net. 10-9 Menlo after 3. More Bott in the fourth. 3 goals in the contest, including this on the break. Yeah, show those muscles, young man. Menlo pulls ahead, but the Lancers come back. Sayer can also show off the guns as well as Darius ties the game up at 11. And hey, we're going to overtime. You saw some highlights from Hunter Coleman. Here's a look at Jackson Coleman showing off the range, and the skip shot is good. But the Lancers force double OT and would take the lead. All thanks to Krupitzer, finding Matthias Violier for a huge goal. It's 15-14 Lancers. One last shot for Menlo, but they come up empty. Ari Rosenfeld is there for the save. Big splashes all around. St. Francis with an incredible victory over Menlo. Krupitzer leading the charge with 6 goals.
Coming up, a big game in the East Bay as Berkeley meets San Leandro.
But first, here is the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 football poll. Action now from the West Alameda County Foothill Division. The San Leandro Pirates opening league play this week.
The Pirates hosting Berkeley in this important league contest played at Burrell Field in San Leandro Friday night.
The Pirates rush onto the field as San Leandro hosts Berkeley at Burrell Field. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. Berkeley looking to make a statement on the first play of the drive. Only one man to beat, but Anthony King fights and knocks the ball out before the runner crosses the goal line. Ball goes out of the end zone. Touchback for the Pirates. Big defensive play to keep the game scoreless. Middle of the first, Berkeley now at the 2-yard line. 4th and goal, but the pass gets picked by Justin Amens, and number 4 has eyes on 6. The junior sees the green grass and is G-O-N-E gone. 98-yard pick six to put San Leandro on the board. PET good, 7-0. Into the second quarter now, and the Pirates are in the red zone. Radman Beatty fakes the handoff, throws one in the air, and finds Jamie and Bradley in the end zone. X marks the spot. PET no good, 13-0 San Leandro at the half. Same score as we jump into the fourth. 8 minutes to go, and Wade Curell extends the play, throws up a prayer, and it's answered. Dalen Clark again, jumping, making the catch. 35-yard connection gets the Yellow Jackets on the board. PET no good, 13-6. Less than a minute to go now. Berkeley near midfield. Wade Curell slings a pass to Ashton Dotson for a big gain. Dotson would get shaken up on the play and would have to leave the game. And on the very next play, Wade Curell finds Lucas Cord all alone in the end zone. Berkeley now with a chance to tie or go for the win. Yellow Jackets go for two. Israel Lopez goes untouched, gets his hand on the QB and takes him down for the sack. Great defensive play to hold on to the lead. The San Leandro defense played a huge role as the Pirates sail away with a 13-12 victory.
Valley Christian High School is always on a quest for excellence. This year, Valley Christian is helping us honor young people who are on their own quest for excellence. Here is Casey Burdick from Foothill.
I'm going to play softball in college, so I just want to have a good career, get a degree, and then hopefully go play pro or go play for the U.S. national team if I can after college.
Brought to you by Valley Christian High School. Last week was Homecoming Spirit Week at Valley Christian. Students showed their spirit with fun dress-up days and rally competitions. Guy Cheer and the Powder Puff game were crowd favorites, with seniors taking the win. Homecoming game day was a blast for the VCS community with food trucks, inflatables, and halftime performances, with the football team picking up a big league win. Become a Warrior today at apply.vcs.net. The California Army National Guard takes a look at athletes who are the best of the best and being recruited on a national level.
This week's California Army National Guard high flyer is Avia Russo from the Los Altos volleyball team. Avia committing to play her college volleyball career at Texas Tech. DGDG.com brings us the Be Happy play each week. This is a play in a game that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the St. Ignatius Wildcats. Sophia Lucas getting the kill as the Wildcats rally back to win it in 5 sets in the biggest rivalry game west of the Mississippi. And everyone was happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion play of the week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here is this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, sponsored by Lumen Digital.
Encourage your teens to pick a charity and set aside donations for a charitable cause. With your support, teens can donate their time and energy towards a cause in which they believe. Service by Medallion brings us the play of the week every week. This is a play we thought was the very best from all of the plays this week.
Here it is, this week's Service by Medallion play of the week.
We only have time for one play, so here it is. It's Berkeley's Dalen Clark with this spectacular catch for the touchdown. Let's see it in slow-mo now. Dalen Clark, what a catch! You just won the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to come back next week for an exclusive look at De La Salle's football trip to London. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You will also be able to see full game videos and vote for the players of the week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.